to make your schedule for your first time as a freshman, you're going to want to make sure that you make an appointment with your advisor. Make sure that maybe you're a little bit early, maybe 5-10 minutes, just to be on time. When you first meet with your advisor, always be respectful and be honest because they're not able to help you if you don't really tell them what you're looking for.
Tips on how to make advisement better. Look through the course book. See what you should be taking. If you know and you walk in there with some knowledge of what you have to do, it's a lot easier to avoid a problem. I've heard horror stories about kids getting closed out of classes that they needed and having to stay extra semesters because they didn't take the classes that they were supposed to take at the right time. Fortunately, I didn't have that problem. I had Dr. John Winter as an advisor. He was always on target with all of the classes that I had to take at the right times. And he was really good about getting me into where I had to go, which is why I was able to graduate on time, which is something that's kind of uncommon in this day and age. But he was really good. But I've also heard, like I said, about other advisors that were not really working at a tip-top shape. So know what you have to take, know when you have to take it, and walk in there with some knowledge, and you'll be better off.
Yeah. Registering for classes can be kind of difficult. From personal experience, I've been shut out of a course that was a major requirement 2 years in a row, and that's my senior year, so I ended up getting into a substitute class for it, but it's still aggravating that there's only one section that every history major needs to take. Other friends of mine have had advisors who will not show up for advisement meetings, who will be sick the day of or the whole week of advisement. Other people will have advisors who will tell them that they're all set to graduate one semester, and then all of a sudden you'll need 8 or 4 or 5 classes that you didn't know you needed to have. A lot of transfer students will have problems having all their credits transfer over, and then sometimes they won't know what credits have transferred over and what haven't, and even their advisors won't know. So there's a lot of confusion quite often.
So you will have advisors who basically help guide you through your years at Malloy. They help you decide what classes to take, the courses you need, maybe classes you don't need. But I was not the best at advising. I would go and I would just not be prepared at all. I never knew what classes I was supposed to take, what classes I was going to take. I advise all of you not to follow the path that I chose. I think that looking back now, advising could have been much more productive if I was better prepared, which I wasn't. So I hope that you all will just be better at it than I was. I'm sure I got on my advisor's nerves, even though he was kind enough never to say anything to me about it. But I would suggest going on the website, looking at the course offering, seeing what you need to take, what you don't need to take, because the last thing you want to do is waste your time and your money.
There are a few things that students do that can be very annoying when they're coming for advisement appointments. For one thing, if you make an appointment, make sure that you write down the time that you made the appointment for and show up. Because I can't tell you how many times students make appointments, don't show up, don't call, don't email, and my time is kind of valuable, just like everyone else's, and I hate sitting around waiting for a student that doesn't show up, especially if you make arrangements for a special time, coming in at 5 o'clock in the evening or something for an appointment. So write down your appointment, make sure you take note of it, and come in on time. Also, you should come for appointments prepared. You should know what courses you've already taken, what your requirements are for your major, and you should have looked through the course catalog before you come in to speak to your advisor, so you have some idea of what courses are available and what times what your times are that you're with your advisor. You have some idea of where to look for courses and what days and times have courses available